Hey, this is a Bunch of Nuts podcast here with the Silver Bulletin. This is the 2-minute drill.
Yeah, this is the lightning round with Ryan Day, and had a few players talk about. What was your assessment of Ryan Day, what he came out and talked about in this little lightning round?
Yeah, there's a couple interesting things. They talked about the punting game. He basically said, like, Nick had some good punts last week, but Joe McGuire remains the punter. That's a big thing. On Igbinosun, he said that he's expecting some holding penalties in the future. They're going to happen again, he said. But he wants guys who are aggressive, so he's okay with that. He wants that mentality. And he kind of emphasized that Igbinosun and Coach Tim Walton have come in and kind of changed the whole defensive back room. So I found that, I agree with that take.
Yeah. And what I got out of Ryan Day is he talked about he wants more explosive plays to go with the physicality of the run game. He said the running game has been physical. Yeah, they are averaging about 5 yards a carry if you look at it on paper, but he wants more explosive plays out of the running game. And that goes with timing and with the timing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, does that mean we're going to get more Bo Jackson? We don't know. They didn't really go into that. He also spoke on Caleb Downs. He basically emphasized that Caleb is obviously a coach on the field. His pick last week against Grambling, he basically anticipated the whole play the entire way.
And he was on the line of scrimmage too.
It was, and he also he brought up an interesting point though, that Caleb, yes, he can play everywhere. You can put him anywhere, but Ohio State doesn't really need to put him everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
Yeah. Talked to Julian Sand.
Yes.
Julian Sand was talking about how the timing of his receivers, how their trip out to California just worked so well with the timing, how to get the timing in the zip. Obviously, piggyback. Talked to Cardell Tate. I asked him the difference between him and Will Howard. He said Julian Sand just has a zip and knows where to place the ball and everything. So, real quick, the other player I talked to was Sonny Styles, his team captain. He talked about how his baptism this week. Good for him. He's a man of God, and now using that as a leadership for his captain role.
Absolutely. Back to the timing. Coach Day kind of emphasized the same thing about timing, though. He basically said on third downs, you're not playing, you're not running the route against the DB. You're running the route against the defensive end. And it appears the theme this week is timing with all this. I sat in with Austin Seierfeld, and basically what he brought up was just how much pride he takes in protecting, the quarterbacks, whether it's Julian, whether it's Lincoln. He basically emphasized that, if something happens to them, it's on me. And he takes like a lot of pride and a lot of responsibility, almost like a bigger brother, it felt like.
Yeah, absolutely.
The funny part was a reporter asked Lincoln Keenholz if he gets in the game, can we call it the presidential package if it's a goal line package, which I'm for. I'm for too.
That's for. I did notice Brandon Ennis was over there. Another captain. It seemed like we had 3 captains throwing.
Yeah. With Ennis, they were just talking about more like punt returns. He was kind of going over the method of when he's going to field it or not. And basically the most important thing he just emphasized was just catch the ball. Catch the dang ball. That's number one.
Yeah, absolutely. This has been the 2-minute drill right here on the Silver Bulletin, brought to you by the Bunch of Nuts podcast. We will see you Saturday night in the shoe against Ohio.
See you then.